definitely is a driver shortage. Exactly how big that shortage is, no one really knows. The RHA claim it's about 50,000.
Driver shortage is a major issue for me and for the UK. Depending on what press you read or what social media you subscribe to, anywhere between 50 and 70,000 drivers. So we are really suffering from a shortage of drivers currently.
The driver shortage, I haven't noticed it as much as some other companies because I do pay our drivers well and we look after them.
People now are money orientated, and it's how much does the job pay, not what do you do. And youngsters just think they can walk in and out of a job, which causes problems obviously with loyalty, with a lot of paperwork to go with that now, with the workplace pensions, etc.
Go to the States, and there's still an element of truck drivers being seen as, you know, the knights of the road, the modern day cowboys. But in Europe, that's certainly not the case, and definitely not in the UK anyway.
I need a driver to be happy in his work. I need him to have the business interests at heart, safety, look after his truck, have an eye on the good fuel consumption, and just be a great ambassador for my business. That's what I'm after. It's all about driver engagement, making a driver feel part of the team.
We are expected to do a lot more than just drive a lorry, like with tail lift deliveries. There's no paperwork now, it's all scanning pallets in, sign on glass. They're the face of Lombard. People see them with just a voice on the phone if they've got a query, but the driver's there, face-to-face contact, and obviously they're representing the company.
That driver is a representative. He is my ambassador. I can explain to the world that we're the best company out there, but the first contact they're going to have with Chiltern Distribution is when that driver turns up at their place of work. They're no longer just a disposable labour force. You know, they're an important and integral part to our business.
They are the company. You know, that's what we always say. The company is nothing without the people.
What we do as a business, we try and make it a nice place to work. We invest a lot in driver training, we invest a lot in good product, so we buy the best of kit. We're in touch with manufacturers at every level. Safety, fuel, comfort, driver comfort is important for us, and we listen to what the driver's feedback is.
Keeping the drivers is one of the most important things, especially when they're new. They take pride in the jobs. They have their own vehicle. We've just purchased 10 new lorries in the last 6 months.
When I started myself, I feel like 11 years ago, the ultimate goal was to have a Mercedes Actros because it's the #1 truck on the road. As we were coming towards 10 years in business, I sort of pushed a little bit to go for an Actros. And if you're going to have a truck, it's a truck to have. John's very truck proud. Like, if you're going to give somebody a truck, give it to John. It goes out and it comes back in one piece. He did a lot of research himself on it, and as I say, it was a 10th anniversary truck, and that's where I wanted to be with this Mercedes Actros, and this was just the one to have.
When you're new, you start at the bottom really. I had the oldest truck when I first started here, but I've been here 7 years now, so I think you just work up the pecking order. If you look after your truck and you take care of it, I think the owner usually rewards you with it.
It's all our drivers that have been here a long while, but it's how you look after them, pay them and treat them, have some input from the drivers on vehicles and decisions.
I like to understand what the challenges are for my drivers. I employ 55 drivers, so I like to see what they're up against each day and have some sympathy for the challenges that they face.
I was always interested in trucks when I was very young. What I like most is the independence and being out on your own and seeing the country. And you're not stuck in one place all the time.
You know, it's just something I like doing, and I still enjoy turning up every day to drive a truck. So I think it's got to be in your blood, I think. To be honest, it's a way of life rather than a job.
This is Actros One. This is a flagship truck in my company. This truck is like my second home, and because I'm living in that truck 10 days, and because I'm doing the Italy job, Spain job, and I spend lots of time in the truck. when I started 9 years ago driving in the truck, and to this time, every year is something different in the truck, something new specification in the truck. This is my truck and nobody else driving the truck.
Trucks are exciting. They're not dirty, they're not smelly. They're fantastic to drive these days. That should appeal to the younger drivers, and it's up to us to get that message across. Like so many schoolboys, I always wanted to be a truck driver. I mean, you go to a school now and half the kids there want to be train drivers or truck drivers. What happens then? Why is it they suddenly decide they don't want to do that when they get out into the real world? It's because they realise it's not as glamorous as they think. Drivers aren't treated with the respect that they deserve. It's not taught in careers advice at schools. It's just not on anyone's radar anymore.
Yeah, we need to change the profile of the industry and make it a little bit more visible to the general public and as a career. We promote from within, so family comes along as well. We've done that, sons, daughters if they're around, not a problem with that. My daughter wants to drive an Arctic, she was just talking to me at the weekend about it. But
I think maybe apprenticeships. I don't think there's many of them about now, but I think that's the way they could do it. Getting them in at a younger age and showing them how the transport industry works first till they're up to the age where they can actually get the licence.
The simplest way is to get a young driver in and basically put him through, obviously not a 7.5 now, but an 18 class 2, train them and then to the class 1.
If you are a youngster looking to get into the industry, then do it. There's certainly plenty of opportunity to. Start knocking on some doors. There's operators out there who are prepared to take a risk on a younger driver.
Get in touch with a local haulage company. Come and see what a day in the life of a truck driver is. See if you like it, see if you get a taste for it. It's really not a bad job, it's now well paid, but I think they just need to go and get a taste for it for themselves, really.
Do your homework, don't just ring up and ask for a job. Ring up and actually know something about the company you're ringing and realise what you've got to do the job. And then wouldn't you like to come along and drive a big, nice, shiny Actros one? I would. If I was 18, 19 year olds, that'd be absolutely fantastic.